In the last video I have downloaded and installed the ESXi server version 7.0. Now in this video I will show you what are the basics interfaces of this ESXi server. So for this demonstration I am using VMware Workstation 7, on which I installed my hypervisor ESXi 7. Now when you power on this machine, you will see a screen like this. If you perform some activity on this machine, you have to press on F2. As you can see in the bottom, you can see customize system view or log, or F12 to shut down or restart. So I click F2. It will prompt you the username password. So I have and press enter. As soon as I press enter, it will a yellow screen will appear with some options. On the top we have option for changing password. If I enter on this, here we can give an old password and change with new one. For quitting out from this option, I press escape key for quitting this option, or for return back my original screen. So I use arrow key and move to the next option, which is called configure network management network. So I press enter, and here as you can see, the first option is network adapter. I have only one adapter in my PC, which is called VMNet 0 or Ethernet 0. The second option is VLAN. It is little bit advanced option, so I will not discuss here, but in future videos I will explain it in detail. The next one is IP version 4. Here you can change the IP of your virtual machine, and it is recommended that you should change your IP from dynamic to static IP. So in this way you always have the same IP whenever you reboot your machine. So for this I click on enter, and you can see here we have all three options: disable IPv version 4, or use dynamic IPv version 4, or use set static IPv version 4. So here I can change in from dynamic to static. So I move my mouse using arrow key, and for selecting any option I hit the spacebar key. So in this case you can easily change from your dynamic IP to static IP. So I don't change my IP here, as it will same as it was in dynamic IP address. So for selecting I click OK button. Now the next option is IPv version 6, which is not beyond the scope of this course. And after that we have an option DNS. Here we do not change the DNS because we don't integrate our ESX service to my Active Directory. Also we can add DNS suffix like local.org or local.com or in my domain. So I click escape button, and it will ask me, do you want to change the management network? I click yes by pressing Y key, and again I click exit button. So in this way I can change my IP from dynamic to static. And after changing your IPs, always restart your management network by clicking this option, restart network management network. I press enter, and for restarting I should hit F11 key and again enter. And after that we have a task management network, which basically this is just like a ping command. If you want to ping any host on your network, you just type your IP here and click OK. It will ping the desired IP address. So after that we have keyboard configuration, which is by default US keyboard, troubleshooting option, view system logs, and reset your configuration, which reset all your configuration to the default one. So here in this screen I usually use three options: one for changing my password, one changing for my IP address, and when my changing for DNS or DNS suffix. And for these 3-4 parameters we come here, and otherwise we don't use, I think I don't use in quite bit in my production environment. So for logging out this option, press escape key. So this is the first screen will appear. Now the management of the this ESXi server is done by any browser, but I recommend you use Mozilla Firefox because it works very well with this ESXi host. As you can see on the screen, it will tell us that its version is 7.01 and it has 2 Intel Core i5 3.1 GHz and 8.6 GB memory. And at the bottom on the yellow side you can see its IP address is 192.168.11.133. Now we can move on. We launch our any browser for accessing this server from the network. So in this video I will show you connect to SI Explorer VS dashboard through a console. Now I am using a web console. So open any browser of your need and write down the IP address of your machine, which is 133. So first screen is appear, which is basically a certificate error. So we click on advanced and accept that is and continue. In the next lecture, in the coming lecture, I will show you how to fix this error. But for those now, I will accept that is and continue. As soon as I continue, a screen will appear. It will ask me the username and password. The default username is do the root, and the default and the password. I have to type my password over here for login. Okay. Now this is a web interface. It has very good interface in VMware ESXi 7 version. So you can see this is very eye-catching interface. So as you can see, it is called on the top VMware ESXi server. This is our physical host on which I install my ESXi server, and on the right pane you can have few options. The first option is get vCenter server. Basically the core component of the whole VM is the VMware vCenter server. Basically vCenter server is a dashboard or is a central point on which we manage our all services and all our advanced features like vMotion, DRS, and fault tolerance and HA. I will configure all these advanced option in my upcoming videos. So if we want to install vCenter on this server, we need to click on this option. The second one is create or registered VM. In this option we can create a new virtual machine on this my host, or we have already created machine. We need to register in our inventory or by clicking on this option. After that we have a shutdown option which shut down my physical host, and after that we have reboot option which restart my machine, and after that we had refresh button which refresh our screen. And here we have some common option here. For example, if we click on this action menu, you have the same option just like create VM or registered VM, shutdown, reboot, services, inter-maintenance mode. Basically inter-maintenance mode is a mode in which we shut down our servers for maintaining for maintenance. For example, if we want to add some RAM or some hard drive in our server, I will always go to this mode, inter-maintenance mode. What will this mode do? It will move my virtual machines from this host to another host if we are running a very advanced feature like vMotion. which move my running VMs to my another host. After that, at the top you have that it will show the current username, which is root at the rate of the IP address of this. If we click down this button, so we have some option. Let's, for example, auto refresh, which is by default off, but I recommend to use to turn in on and set it to 15 seconds. So after 15 seconds your will screen automatically refresh down. After that we have a change password option, which will change the password of our root user. And after that we have settings, for example application timeouts, restore to default, open console, languages. All these settings we will cover in advanced settings. And after that we have option of logout. Here you can see this help menu shows something, for example about, which shows the which version of VM I am using, which build number I am using, and this show all the information related to my product. Okay, now on the top side you have also see that our consumption of our CPU, memory and storage. As you can see, we are using very little amount of our resources in my machine, and because we don't have any virtual machine created right now. And after that you have seen that there is an warning or information, okay, you are currently using ESI in evaluation mode. The lessons will be expired in 60 days, which means I can use this server up to 60 days for with my advanced features like vMotion or HA. After 60 days this advanced feature will disappear or will be not more available for me, and this machine will be available for me. So the free version is that in which we don't use the free version with vCenter server, or we don't use its advanced feature. We only use this advanced feature up to 60 days. After 60 days we don't able to use this advanced feature. Here you can see we have hardware tab, in which I have manufacturer, VMware, CPU, memory and networking, and information like this, IP addresses and something. Here you can see that we have in configuration we have some option for our advanced configuration like VMware HA state. HA means high availability state. vMotion supported, but we don't configure it. Supported yes, virtual NIC motion none, because we don't configure anything right now. So it will give the information about the host. And on the left side we have an option of manage. Manage means it will manage the host, not the virtual machines. In manage we use only 2 or 3 options very frequently, so I will go through one by one. The first option is, my opinion, is licensing. As you can see, I am in evaluation mode, or this is my expiration date of this is my expiration date, and after that we not be able to use this advanced feature. So here we can assign any license we have. And the second option I most frequently use is services. Here services you can down, there are so many services here. So here you can say NTP daemon is shut down or is not running. So these are the SMP server, XIA shell, these are the services. So you can see these are the common services which is related to the ESXi server. So as you can see, Active Directory services is stopped, if we integrate our ESXi server with Active Directory, we use enable this service. Same thing for SSH, we can enable SSH for connecting my ESXi from the command prompt. So we use PuTTY client for connecting this. Same thing the user and security. In user and security, we can create any other user other than root. So here we can click on user and add user. So in this way we can only on the manage tab we only use license for using licensing services and users. These are the top most option over here. And after that we have monitor tab. As the name suggests, it will monitor the health of my ESXi server. As you can see, it is running very healthy, the performance is very good. It has a hardware tab. We don't have any events right now or task logs because it is very fresh installation, so there are no much things here. So this option related to host, manage and monitor. After that, now we have few options below. The first option is virtual machine. As the name suggests, here we can create our virtual machines and edit our virtual machines. I will show you in my next lecture how to create a virtual machine, how to edit the setting of virtual machine, how to enable advanced feature of the virtual machine. So here you can see virtual machine count is 0 because we don't have any virtual machine. For creating virtual machine, we need to click on this icon which is called select a virtual machine. We can create virtual machine for so many views, so many ways. The first way is virtual machine, create a virtual machine from the scratch. We also deploy virtual machine from my OVF file and OVA file, or if we have already have a virtual machine in my hard drive or my USB, I already registered this machine into my ESXi server. So right now I cancel it down. The second option is very important, which is called storage. In VMware world, we call storage as a data store. You will hear this word thousands of times. What data stores are, where the data store are exist, or what is the size of data store. So here you can see I don't have any data store, so I will create a data store in my upcoming videos. So the method is very straightforward. You just click on new data store, and most of the time the data store we will create is the NFS type of data store. So I cancel out this option, and the last option is VMware networking. This is also very important option because the storage networkings are the most essential part of the VMware virtualization. You will come across this option more often. In networking, here you can see this is very simple view. We have two network, VM network and management network. So here we can add as many network as we want. So for example, VM network is used for virtual machine and management network is used for advanced feature like vMotion, HA or management for the network. I click on this and you can see this show a layout of a switch in which we have one physical card, VMNIC 0, and this is my management network side port, which is called VM kernel port. I will describe what is VM kernel port in coming lecture. Same way we have virtual switches. Here you can see I have virtual switch 0 which have two port groups, and physical NICs, VM kernel NICs, TCP/IP. These are the advanced option we will cover in the next lecture. So in this lecture basically I go through all the important option related to the interface of ESXi server and its console server or its web console server. So I think this video is very informative for you. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for viewing.